Confucius said, "Roads were made for journeys, not destinations." Get lost with me on small Swedish gravel tracks and discover the area around Arjeplog in the Swedish Lapland, the most northern county of Sweden. We are going to a town called Moskosel. It's 11 kilometers from here, and from there I spotted some really small roads that we want to find. So stay tuned. In Moskosel we had a short stop to have some gummy bears and to check out our route again. According to our maps, this trip that we are making is roughly, I think, 150 kilometers, and it's actually kind of like a round trip from here to a town called Suddesjaur and a little town called Gittun, and we will end up in the bigger town Arjeplog if everything goes right. When we were trying to find routes for today, our goal was to take very small roads. And that's actually not that easy because there are not so super many roads who do like round tours here in northern Sweden. Some go in and they're kind of like one-way roads. But we found this very beautiful road here. Now we will see. I'm very curious what awaits us. It was already late in the afternoon, so we had our fingers crossed that we would be able to ride in a decent speed. But like always, the reindeer we met made clear that rushing is not an option. At Suddesjaur, the road was paved again for a few hundred meters. But then we were back on gravel and enjoyed the beautiful ride along forests and lakes. I set myself aside, lead the way on this trial. If you don't know the way, we can stop and make a change. I know we walk for days, losing hope, fading love. This night will be okay. The area we were riding through is Swedish Lapland, the most northern county of Sweden. The tourism board advertises the region with the slogan, "The forest is yours." Anyone can walk around the forests and lakes of Swedish Lapland, pick berries and pitch a tent pretty much everywhere. This was the first time on the whole journey that we really regretted that our camping gear was still in Africa and we had no tent with us. On the whole way, there were inviting lakes and beautiful spots, and within about 100 kilometers of the ride, we didn't meet a single car. So there is a chapel over here at the lake, and I guess you have to go there with a boat because there are no roads to there. When we hit an asphalt road again, we knew that it would only be a few kilometers left to Arjeplog.
So this is the hotel of dead animals.
The only hotel that had still some free rooms available surprised us with a dead bear, dead reindeer, a dead rabbit, and some other dead animals.
And these rooms all have dead birds. That's our fishy for our room.
Arjeplog is one of Sweden's largest, but it's also the country's least densely populated municipality. The vast majority of the population lives in the town Arjeplog, which is one of Sweden's smallest municipality seats. But even if there is not so many people, there are amazing roads.
Another beautiful morning here in Sweden. We are in Arjeplog now and we are going direction Vildmarksvägen, and hopefully another nice day of riding again, but I think the chances are pretty big.
It didn't take long until I was slowed down by the most common traffic hazard. And then the road we wanted to take was closed. Now we're on a different gravel road and doing a detour, and we try to hit the initial road again somewhere else if my plans work out. It was not completely clear though which turns to take, and the navigation system was not a big help at all.
So the Navi says that this road that we want to take ends. Some of our other maps say it doesn't end, and I guess we will see it soon.
Our destination was the town Sorsele, but the ride rewarded us with that scenic views that we wished it would never end.
Yes, and we were hitting the main road, so the road was not closed. And now we have to decide if left or if right.
Yeah, I literally feel that my navigation system has lost control over its life. The sign here just said Sorsele to the right, and the Navi said to the left. At one point we really arrived in Sorsele and did what we always do.
We first got gas here in Sorsele because you never know when the next gas station is gonna come, and we might ride some very small roads now. And now we are going to the Hook and Cup Coffee.
The Hook and Cup Cafe is in the visitor center of Sorsele. In the old building of the railway station, you find a shop for fishing and souvenirs, an exhibition about the area, and in my opinion, the best blueberry pancakes in the whole region.
Trying to get to you. I've been keeping my phone on no sound, facing you out that street.
If you wondered what's up with the Ducati, it is still leaking oil, and it still has a broken horn.
And that can't be all bad. Things came up, things went down, maybe turn back around. My spider sense screaming that I'm mad. A fix.
Time to say goodbye to cute Sorsele. We were heading direction Slussfors because we were hoping to find some smaller nice gravel roads from there.
The road we just took was super smooth. There are a lot of flies and mosquitoes here, so you see them all in my face. And now we will go from the paved road to, I think, again unpaved roads, and hopefully some nice off-road riding.
For quite a while the road was still paved, until we turned off to Dikenes.
So we thought that this road is all gravel. It's actually not, but it's a lot of fun to ride. It's, I think, one of the best rides that we had in the last days, because there's some curves, it goes up and down, and the landscape is absolutely amazing. So my travel partner has to work, so I decided to explore a few of those pretty roads by myself.
I really don't know about all these newly graded roads. They're actually not that nice to ride.
Every day is a heartbeat. Every day another moan. Every day is a gallows. I can feel it in the bone. I'm alone. Take me home.
I picked up my travel partner from the spot he decided to stay to do his work calls, and off we were to Vilhelmina. Vilhelmina is located by Lake Volksjö and is a hub in southern Lapland and the gateway to the famous Vildmarksvägen, Sweden's wilderness road. Vilhelmina might not be the most scenic place on earth, and like in many small towns in Sweden, the gastronomy is dominated by pizzerias.
Heading to the best restaurant in town.
Time for a little reality check.
I am at BMW Ducati. We are at a place now called Gammelstad Kirkstad, not so far from North Cape anymore.
This is how I look like if I film myself. And this is how I look like if my travel partner dares to make a video of me.
Yeah, see?
I hope I could recharge your travel battery so you're ready for the next episode. It will take us to Sweden's famous Vildmarksvägen, a 500-kilometer wilderness route. Subscribe below if you want to be part of the journey, and leave me a comment and thumbs up if you liked our recent excursions in Sweden.